Yo, what is going on, everyone? My name is Mewtwo Fan Nate, and it is Season 2, Week number 11 of the P4G. We are going up against Chance in the Camden Ursarings. Jesus, I'm so nervous, guys, that I can't even speak right now. I can't explain exactly why I'm nervous. It might have to do with the fact that I don't really have a Charizard X switch in. That might have something a little bit to do with it. Partially, like, I'm actually shaking right now. It's quite bad. Pretty much, I want you guys to go check out Chance, first of all. Link is in the description. He's a really cool dude. I actually really enjoy, like, watching, his videos, checking out his streams. He's a funny guy. Definitely recommend, checking him out. Obviously he hasn't had, like, the most success this season, but I think he's made some quite a few changes to his team that have that make it very difficult for me to actually deal with. So I'm nervous. I have a team builder. I actually recorded one of those because I've just I had a little bit of time, and I went and made that for you, so you guys can see what I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it. It's not really the most in-depth team builder that I've done because it's like I just don't have as much time. But pretty much, I'm glad to see no Buzzwole. Like, really glad to see no Buzzwole. I'm not sure what he wants to lead off with here. I kind of want to lead off with, the Crobat, and then, like, maybe U-turn, because if he goes, like, there's just a couple scenarios where it's good. Like, I don't know how to explain this, but maybe, I don't know what he wants to lead with. I think I'm going to lead with my Crobat here because he has, like, 2 Stealth Rock options, with it being Celebi and Diancie, and I can U-turn on both of them. So, that's what I'm going to do. If he leads off with the Charizard, I'm going to have to calc to see how much a Brave Bird does to it. So, I think I'm just going to lead off with this, and hopefully it's a good battle. I'm hoping to have some fun here, because that's kind of what my goal is from now on, just, like, being that now my time is kind of caught up between work and school. Like, this isn't getting my full attention anymore. Let me just turn that a little bit like that. This isn't really getting my full attention anymore like it was, like, during the summer when I didn't have school. So, pretty much, like, this is, it's gonna be more so for fun. But I'm still nervous. Like, I don't know how to explain that. Like, I'm very nervous. Clock went to 0. Are we gonna see that Weezing lead? Are we gonna see the Weezing lead? Are we gonna see the Weezing lead? No Gastrodon, no Jolteon, no Buzzwole, no Starmie. And there's the Aipom. So I do have the Inner Focus, and I can kind of just go for a Brave Bird here, or I can just go for a U-turn. I'm gonna go for the U-turn. He can go for the Fake Out, but I won't be flinched, and I'll get a U-turn off, and I can go out to, like, Mega Scizor or even my Pilot Swine. So that's the plan for that one. I feel like maybe my volume's a little bit too high. I think I just saw some red in, like, OBS, so I'm gonna lower it just a little bit. So hopefully I'm not, like, breaking everyone's ears. And if anything, I'll always fix it up, post-con. This is kind of the situation where I was anticipating. He might just switch out directly into his, whether it might be his Weezing, he might go out into Diancie. Both of those are really good options because Crobat can't really touch them, so it's a good switch on his part if that's what he wants to do. But I'm gonna go for the U-turn regardless. He's actually gonna switch out, and that's his Weezing. And that does pathetic damage. I can actually set up on this thing with Lickilicky. And I don't know what I want to do. I think I might just go out. I mean, obviously, like, the Mesprit kind of just goes for, like, a Psychic and just gets off a lot of damage on anything. I can just go out into... I can go out to Ashley. I'm gonna go into Ashley and I will click Ice Beam, predicting, like, maybe, like, the Celebi wanting to come in to take the Psychic. I don't have U-turn here, so I can't really make, like, a play, per se, like, by like, getting momentum on, like, a potential switch out. Maybe, like, the save move is just to go for the Psychic, because I do have a couple switch-ins to the Celebi. Like, I do have, I have the Scizor, which resists both of its stabs. I don't know if he'd go for, like, Hidden Power Fire on, like... Because I do have my, my normal type with my, my Lickilicky, which can really eat up, like, a lot of different hits. The only issue is that if I switch in and then I switch out and he goes for, like, Nasty Plot or something like that, that's what becomes an issue, because then I find it very hard to switch into that. So what I'll do is, I think I'm just gonna go for the Ice Beam, because I don't think that this thing is, like, specially, like, bulky. We don't know what he wants to go for. Maybe he'll just go for, like, a Toxic or something. That'd be unfortunate, but Ice Beam should do a good amount to this thing. I'm not really doing the calcs. So he does switch out here. Hayabasa. So this thing is going to catch an Ice Beam. And that's going to do a lot of damage. It's going to do a lot of damage. Now, I don't want to take a Bug Bite or anything like that. I think I'm just going to go, I think I'm going to go into my Mega Scizor here. Now, does Scyther get Pursuit? I know Mega Scizor does. I don't know if Scyther does. But the thing is, I don't know if he would run it, because I feel like he has to, like, run, like, Roost and whatnot. Let's see. Scyther. Do you get Pursuit? You do get Pursuit. I think I can live it, because you don't have the same attack stat that a Scizor does, like a Mega, or even like a Mega Scizor. So I think we should be fine just switching out into the Red Robin. And we can have Aerial Ace for that. And he doesn't go for it. He goes for the U-turn. Alright, so he gets nice momentum. So he can go right out into his Charizard. And I think what I have to do is I have to switch out into... Okay, that's good for me. I'm going to Mega Evolve and then go for the U-turn here. What if he Sped Crept this? And hits me with, like, a Flamethrower. Maybe I'm better off just going back out into Ashley. Or even, like, I'm gonna go out into the Lickilicky here, I think. Because if he does go for a status move, excuse me, then I can rest it off. Okay, and he misses. It doesn't matter, I have rest. I think I might just start setting up curses. If I set up enough curses, then I think I win. I'm just gonna go for the curse here. Like, I understand he has the Diancie. I understand he has a Celebi still in the back, but I have rest. I have Sleep Talk. I have Return. He still has a resistance. I understand that. I get that in fully, but I don't know if he can break through it. That's the thing. Like, unless he has like a setup Nasty Plot Celebi, I don't think he breaks through it. He doesn't have any Fighting Stab to hit me for super effective damage. the only thing he could do is, like, set up with, like, another Mon. And, like, beat me that way. But after I get up +2 with curses, I should be okay just to, like, 2-KO the Charizard. Alright, so I can just set up on this thing. I have rest. He doesn't have any phasing options. So I will just go for the curse again. He might want to pain split me, do whatever. I'm gonna just try to set up to +6. And the leftovers is kind of taking care of the burn. I just don't want to get critted, because I don't want to reveal the rest right away. I'll set up to +6 on this thing. Hopefully we don't get, like, the bad sleep talk rolls. Like, I'm kind of hoping that's what we... I mean, he has, like, his physically defensive Mon in here, and it's not really doing too much to me. He might want to switch out into, like, Scyther or Ambipom or something like that. If Celebi is, like, special, then he might want to go out into that now. Hopefully, he doesn't realize this and just says, like, you know, my physically defensive Mon's in here, we're just going to stay in. Just go for Sludge Bombs. Okay. So I'm going to go for a rest next turn, and then we should be okay. I wish this thing had, like, Baton Pass, because I really wanted, like, Baton Pass. Like, I really wanted to do what Kelly did in the PGL, where he, like, set up, like, a Baton Pass. I think it was Sylveon, and then he, like, Baton Passed it into, like, a White Herb Talonflame. Probably one of my most favorite plays in, like, all of, like, Draft League history. I'm gonna go for the rest here. I think I'm at, like, +3 now. Yes, I could take another one, but I don't want to get too risky, you know, with, like... Because another one, if it's a crit, then it definitely knocks me out. Okay. So I'll go for the Sleep Talk here. I'm going to go for the Sleep Talk here. I'm a little nervous, guys. I'm excited, but I am nervous. Like, I was shaking at the beginning of this game. Like, the shakes are gone, but I'm like, focused, you know? I'm, like, looking down the highway, not checking the other lane, even though you're supposed to be, like, checking all your surroundings, you know, that kind of thing. But that was a horrible analogy. That was a actual terrible analogy. I apologize for that. Alright. So there's the Ambipom here. And I went for the Sleep Talk. Can I get a return off? Can I? Maybe. Return. I'm pretty sure this is going to die. No, it's not. It actually took it pretty well. I'm going to go for the Sleep Talk again. I have, like, massive defense. Like, this is, like, physically defensive. Like, this is supposed to stop Charizard after a few curses. Low kick. How much is that going to do to me? Not that much. Not that much. Like, I can't... Maybe I can't do that much to him. But he's not really doing that much to me either. So I'm going to wake up next turn. I think I'm going to go for the curse again. I think I'm going to go for the curse again. I think low kick was probably the strongest thing that he can hit me with because I'm fat. Like, Lickilicky is pretty heavy. That might have been a misplay. If I lose my Lickilicky, not the biggest deal in the world. I could always switch out because I do have a Piloswine. And Piloswine still, like, with, like, max defense, like, thick fat, still stops Charizard X unless he's, like, special. Which I don't think he is. So we're going to get up another curse, and then we will go for another rest, and then I think we'll be okay. So I'm going to type in Lickilicky, the sloppy set. Which, actually, I'm going to just import my Mons real quick, because I forgot to do that. That's my fault. So I'm going to go for the rest here, because the next one will bring me down kind of low-ish. I just want to make sure I'm as healthy as possible. Recipe, that's the Celebi. Alright. And we are just going to import this entire team. Now, if he's Nasty Plot Celebi, he could sweep me, potentially. Actually, probably not, because he'd have to like set up like an agility or something. I don't even know if he gets agility. So let's just do Lickilicky, sloppy set. What am I at right now? I am at +4 in attack. Versus a Celebi. Let's just say your Nasty Plot. Return is guaranteed. Oko if you're not invested. If you're not invested. So I'm gonna go for the Sleep Talk here. Maybe get a return off. If he's bulky, then it's probably like if he's max HP, then it is a roll. He might be like defensive, trying to take on Tapu Bulu or something like that, but Tapu Bulu also gets access to like Mega Horn, so I'm not sure what he wants to go for here. I'm gonna go for the Sleep Talk. And of course I still have my Crobat, which can pretty much knock this thing out. I didn't even take a look at his Z captains, if I'm being honest with you guys. I haven't really been in the league as far as like putting a lot of time into it. School has been my #1 focus as of late. So I'm having fun with this Lickilicky, just kind of sitting on his team, doing Lickilicky things. He's kind of just switching around. Maybe he's realizing that maybe this Diancie is the best way to take me out, which I would think it's. I mean, he can't. I don't think he could do any damage to me. Like, I don't think he can. Like, I don't know if Diancie gets like enough set up to where it can actually like beat me. But I mean, I have rest. I have Sleep Talk. I'm gonna go for the Sleep Talk again. That was my first turn of sleep. I feel like this is, I wish I had like a different strategy going into this, but I was just like, you know what, it's whatever. So this was, okay, that doesn't do that much to me. Like, I EV'd this to take 2 Life Orb Thunderbolts from Jolteon, and that didn't come. So a non-offensive, it's unfortunate I'm not getting any attacks off, but what I'll do is I'm going to go for the actual attack now, because I will wake up next turn, and I'll go for the return. And then next turn I can go for the rest. I feel like I need water. Do I have water? I do have water on my desk. Like, my throat is just kind of bothering me a little bit. I'm having fun with this Lickilicky. I've never done a rest talk set, so I'm actually very happy that it's kind of working out for me. I was always like, Well, actually, no, I lied. I tried a rest talk set with Swampert in the PGL, but I only brought it once because my opponent at the time was very he liked that kind of set for Swampert, so I wanted to bring it because I thought it would be funny to bring it against him. But wow, that actually does nothing. But does he have leftovers? Because then I can still. He doesn't have leftovers, so I mean, if it takes 90 turns, I'll still beat him. I'll still beat him. I'm gonna go for the rest. Like, I mean, I might switch out, but I might switch out after this, but. And not so much as far as purpose of like winning the game, because like I could probably like stay in and win the game like just after chipping down this Diancie enough. It's more along the lines of the fact that I actually have homework and stuff to do, and I kind of need to get that going, so I can't really afford to sit here for like over an hour when I've already been here. Like, we've been chilling for like 20 minutes. So I might just switch out into the Red Robin here. I know that setup just seems so pointless. I don't want it to be for nothing. Like, it's upsetting. It really is upsetting. He might have the Babir Berry. We'll go for the Sleep Talk one more time. That way, if we do have to switch out again, like, we can at least be at like one turn of we get rest. Like, what is with these rolls, dude? What is with these rolls? I'm going to switch out here, I think. Directly out into the Tapu Bulu, and then just click Woodhammer. I know I set it up a lot for like no reason, but like, come on. Give me, like, I think I got returned one time on a Sleep Talk, and we've been chilling here for like 22 minutes. Like, so it's unfortunate, but so he's gonna go for the Moonblast here. I'm gonna go for, I think I might go for the Zen Headbutt, if I'm being real with you guys. Predicting that Weezing to come in. I mean, don't get me wrong, Weezing also, it does over 50% to Weezing as well. But, I mean, what if he goes out into, like, the Charizard here? I'll just go for the Woodhammer. Like, Woodhammer, like, Banded Woodhammer, man. Like, you don't have a switch in. Like, I would have won that eventually, that exchange, due to the fact that he doesn't have, like, recovery at all. But, I mean, like, I wish I really need to get my Stealth Rocks eventually. I might do that, like, after I kill something with this thing. Because Choice Band Woodhammer actually 2KOs Weezing. It doesn't 2KO the Celebi if it's like fully defensive. I set up a lot with that Lickilicky for no reason. And I mean, it doesn't really bother me that much. It's more because, like, I have to focus on real life. So I might have to play a little bit of a more hyper offensive game, but like, watch this damage, guys. It's gonna do over 50%. I mean, that's a crit. Don't get me wrong, that was a crit. But my calcs say that it's supposed to do over 50%. And I think I'm just going to switch right out into the Ashley here. I mean, I could just go for it again, but, like, I think he sacks this, right? I'll go for it again. He might just go for, like, the pain split. Actually, no. We're both not a good amount of health to go for the pain split. So I'm going to go for the Wood Hammer here and just get the knockout. I don't think that crit mattered that much. If he goes out into the Charizard here, I might just click Wood Hammer again. I don't know. I don't have a switch in. So, I have to just go out into the, Pilot Swine here. And there's Earthquake. Because if he, let's just say... Alright, so Pilot Swine. Alright, so this thing will actually outspeed me. I'm going to go out into the, my Pilot Swine here, I think. He might go for the Roost. He might just click U-turn. I'm going to go out into the Chops here. Because I want to get my Stealth Rocks up. Versus a Scyther. Okay, that doesn't do much to me. That looks like about like what it did. It's about Jolly Technician. Alright, so I'm going to go for the Stealth Rocks here. He doesn't have any hazard removal, so I'm going to just click Stealth Rock. And we're going to get our, goes into Ash. What do you have to hit me with, Diancie? Is he like just physically defensive? Like Earthquake still does about 50% to you. Like right now we're almost looking at like a Ashley sweep. Everything but the Charizard is taking a lot of damage. I mean, the Diancie hasn't. Maybe I should just get chip damage on. Well, the Celebi hasn't either, but I can really hit that with an Ice Beam. I'm gonna just go for the Earthquake here. I think we're looking at. I think I'm gonna try to sweep with Ashley. We'll go for the Earthquake here. Just get some chip damage on him. Maybe he switches out into the Charizard here, but if anything, he takes 50%, if, like, anything. So it's like, I don't really know. He can't really safely switch out into the Celebi, because he might just catch an Icicle Crash. So he doesn't really have the best switch-ins here. Doesn't really have the best switch-ins. Gonna go for that Earthquake. It is... that looks like it is going to be a nice Suicune. He's going to go for the Moonblast. It should do around like 30-ish%. And that it does. And I might just go out into my Red Robin here and just go for a Bullet Punch. Maybe. I mean, his Scyther is dead on re-entry. Toxic Roost, U-turn, Brave Bird. Can't really do much to you. I'll just go for the Earthquake again, I think. I think I hit him first. I outsped him. So it's a speed tie because he's not invested at all. So he's probably like max HP, max something, nothing in speed. Pretty sure that we saw that we outsped him there. Granted that I think I did over 50% to him, or about. It looks like he's like physically defensive. I don't really know what for. Maybe he has the Beer Berry because he doesn't have leftovers. He might. It's either that or the Rindo Berry, which I believe is the Alright, so there's the recipe. What's that? That's Celebi. Okay. And it's a little chip damage there. He's got leftovers. I'm going to predict the grass type move here. And I think I'm going to go out into the Crobat. We saw that he's leftovers. If he goes for the Psychic, good play on his part. I gotta say that he outplayed me. I'm just predicting the grass type move here, so I'm going into the 4x resist. He could have easily hit me with the Psychic, but that did not happen. So I do have the U-turn here, so that's exactly what I'm gonna go for. Just gonna click U-turn. I have Expert Belt, so it does knock this thing out. Unless it's like super bulky, like bold, max defense, I think it would knock it out. But he's going to switch out here, so we are going to get some nice initiative. And we're going to U-turn this thing. Honestly, I think I can sweep now. Because after he comes back in with the... Hold on. Does my Mesprit do... Mesprit Ashley? Does she do 50% to the Charizard? Well, hold on, let's see. How much does she do to Celebi? That's a good question. Celebi, let's just say your bulky support. Ice Beam does, if you have a lot of Spadef. If you have a lot of Spadef, you're 41 to 49%. He's taken leftovers 2 times. So that looks like it would definitely 2 KO him. If he doesn't have that much Spadef, then it's guaranteed to 2 KO. So I'm gonna go out into the Ashley here. I'm gonna set up my Z Recycle, and I should be faster than everything, and then I should be able to sweep. Granted, he doesn't get like a special defense drop. I'm gonna go for the Z Recycle, get my +2 speed boost, and then hopefully sweep through him. This is the first time I'm actually using like a Z Mesprit, so +2 speed, Moonblast. Don't lower my special attack. If you do, I will choke you. Okay. So I'm gonna go for the Energy Ball here. And that will knock him out. I don't know if I can actually guarantee a sweep with this, but I know it's going to do quite a bit of damage to everything. It puts on a lot of pressure on his team. I don't know if Mesprit will get end up getting all the kills from here on out. Oh, he does have the Fake Out. The Fake Out is going to do a lot. Fake Out is actually going to do a lot. That might actually knock me out. I might have just wasted my thing. I forgot about that thing. What's Ambipom? What's your name? Ambipom. Fake Out does not kill me. Fake Out does not kill me. So, And I do outspeed him next turn, and I can hit him with a Psychic, which does kill. So I'll take the damage. I'm hitting him with a Psychic if he decides that he doesn't have the Fake Out. This is gonna knock him out here. Okay. I expected that Fake Out. But also, I mean, it doesn't mean that he had to bring it, because I mean, I do have an Inner Focus Mon. It also gave me like a free switch into like Scizor or something like that. So I mean, I can see why he didn't bring it. I don't know if I sweep from here though. I don't know if I do. You know, it's really just a it's all possibilities. I mean, I think his best bet is to go out into Celebi and try to live a hit. If he has Shadow Ball, then that's it's probably what his best bet is. But I think I'm in like a good position. Like, we knocked out his Weezing. I don't think that crit mattered. We knocked out his Ambipom. Scyther dice to rocks. His Charizard takes 50%. I think we're okay. If he has like Quick Attack with Scyther, then he might have to go for that. And then, well, actually, no, that doesn't matter, because his Scyther dies. Mind blown. Mind blown there. Alright. Hayabasa. That's the Scyther. That is going to die to rocks. So that's a kill for Piloswine. If I'm being honest, like, right now I'm kind of just, like, I'm preparing my thoughts for the essay that I have to write. Charizard, I believe you take over 50% to this. Charizard. X. Oh, you Dragon Dance. Psychic does 54 minimum. So unless, like, you're a Spadef variant, this should knock you out. Of course, we're going to see him Mega Evolve into the Mega Charizard X, which is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And that does go down there, so that's nice. I think Mesprit is just swept. I think we have a... Did we not lose a single Mon? I don't think we lost a single Mon. This is actually kind of wild. I don't think I've lost a Mon yet. Kind of curious as why he didn't bring the Mandibuzz. I felt like that might have been a better bring. Like, you know, Foul Play stopped me from, like, setting up with, like Scizor and things like that. He could have ran Heat Wave, Foul Play, Taunt to stop me from, like, setting up rocks, Defog to, like, get away hazards. But no, I just didn't see any of that. So, very interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I mean, I have the Ice Beam for this guy, so that's exactly what I'm gonna go for. If he has the Shadow Ball, it might knock me out, but let's see if I can knock him out before he knocks me out. So he only has this left. Ice Beam's gonna go off. It looks like it's 2-hit KO. There's the Giga Drain. That won't be enough to knock me out, and the Ice Beam will pick up the knockout. So that is actually going to be, well, let's see, after leftovers, I think we still knock him out. I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam. Hopefully it knocks him out. We are living on, right now we have 40 HP. Can we get the 6-0 victory? And like I said before, guys, Chance is a really cool dude. I really want you guys to go check out his channel. Show him some love. Really good friend of mine. I find his stuff really entertaining. Like, even though, like, throughout the league, he is, like, he does, like, he has taken a lot of L's, very funny, really funny to watch. Like, he's not someone who's like a sore loser at all. He actually makes it very fun and entertaining to watch. Please. Pick up the knockout, please. Yes. That's my first 6-0 in Draft League history, guys. So I'm very happy about that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Next week is week 12. I don't know who we face just yet. I think it might be Professor FX. I could be wrong. But, you know, we'll all, you know, you guys will definitely see next week anyway. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next week. If you guys haven't checked out my update video, there's an update video kind of just explaining my life. And thank you guys again. So I will see you guys next time. Peace.